Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
We're doing breakfast on James Oglethorpe's. There's a deer walking out there. We are at the Wormsloe Historic District, so this was where, let me read to you, James Oglethorpe and the first 114 English colonists arrived, and it was not inhabited by Indians. And so, let's see here. Henry Parker joined them, physician, carpenter, surveyor. They planted, which is really cool, they had raised cattle, planted corn, turnips, potatoes, rice, cotton, oranges, pomegranates, figs, peaches, apricots, mulberry trees for silk. They helped the Savannah, the Marines. They managed the lands and the water coastal ways of Savannah, Skidway Island, and it's the oldest structure here in Savannah left, his Tybee house along the river. But it's the historical mossy trees you just saw. As I read more, I'll tell you more. But good morning. Cheese crackers, granola bars. Oh my. I just feel like this is worth seeing. How cool is that? That is overlooking his river he owned. And it's like a sea oyster type. Preserve the past. Completed by 1740, occupied till 1820. These Tybee ruins, a living reminder of 2 centuries of Georgia's history. Dating to the late 1730s, Noble Jones 5-room, 1.5-story Tybee and wood house, surrounded on 3 sides by a courtyard protected by 8-foot-high Tybee walls. Tybee is a local mixture consisting of sand, oyster shells, lime, and fresh water mixed in equal parts. The walls are covered with a smooth layer of quicklime plaster. Each corner of the structure was fortified basins with loopholes that provided lines of sight down each wall. The walls provide adequate protection against muskets and other small firearms. How cool is that? Let's build a house out of that. Tiny house. Turning it. Keep turning it.
In the Savannah area. Looking at it, you might think these Tybee ruins just decayed with age.
All right, now stop and see what
but
happens.
they didn't. With building supplies expensive and hard to come by out in the middle of nowhere,
I think you charged it up.
families often reused nails and even walls when they built new homes. This original home, known as Wormsloe, was built by Noble Jones.
You have to turn this to get it to work.
Construction took 6 years and was interrupted by war on
Stop.
several occasions.
You seriously have to do that the entire time. What in the world? I think you have to press the button again.
Starts over.
Were constructed in 1740.
I don't got the patience for that.
Standing structure in the Savannah area. Looking at it, you might think these Tybee ruins just
She wants to listen to the history I just read her. That's funny though, you have to turn the box. Look at that. This was his front yard. So we were just saying that this is one of the prettiest mornings you can have in Savannah area. I promise you, get here 8:40 before the gate opens. You can take pictures of the long drive as you saw that we did. And then this is your morning. And the animals are alive and well. We've seen a couple deer moseying around. It's quiet. Where they had that Tybee house, look at their view. Look how pretty this is. Oh babe, look at all these crabs. We got an observation deck going on. The salt marshes. 3 coastal wetlands are found along low energy shorelines, green or gold at different times of the year. Tides affect the water levels. Many shellfish and species of fish live here. You just look like you're gazing.
It is really pretty though.
We wanted to see a little bit of marshland for y'all. Try to mix it up. Get a little beach time in, get a little history, then just get some good old nature. Look at that white bird flying.
Oh yeah.
Probably won't be able to see on the GoPro, y'all. Yeah, it's neat to see all the cedars, the palmettos, just all the different options of nature to observe here. Very pretty. Let's bring y'all a little bit of a history lesson here. Jones family gravesite. So this is the family gravesite. A stone monument of iron fence marked around. Jones was buried here in 1775 with his wife, Sarah, and later their youngest son, Inigo. Inigo Jones remains removed from the site, Colonial Cemetery in downtown Savannah. Cool, we went there. Yeah, so this place is neat. Come check it out in the morning. You know, he helped manage the Marines to protect Skidway Island from the Spanish. Jones remained loyal to the crown. His son was a patriot and leading Georgia statesman. Noble W. Jones was elected to the Commons of House Assembly in the first session in 1755, serving until it dissolved in 1775. He attended the first to the Second Continental Congress and the Georgia House of Assembly. He also served on the Revolutionary Council of Safety and was a friend and correspondent of many influential revolutionaries, including Benjamin Franklin. On May 19, 1775, Jones and other patriots stole a large quantity of gunpowder from the powder magazine, which was later used against the British forces in Boston, prior to the British assault on Savannah in December 1778, which resulted in the burning of his home and the death of his sons. Jones fled the city, but was captured in 1780, 2 years later, surrendered in Charleston. He and the 3 signers of the Declaration of Independence were imprisoned by the British at St. Augustine, Florida for several months before prisoner exchange was arranged. Wow. Following the Revolution, Jones focused on his medical career, which began under his father's tutelage before the war, and he became a respected physician. Jones helped found Georgia Medical Society in 1804. It's interesting. Except for a brief stay at Wormsloe in 1796, Noble W. Jones rarely saw the estate during his ownership. After his death in 1805, the property saw little activity, and his son, George Jones, moved to Wormsloe.
So I'm taking orders Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 o'clock.
Orders for what?
Huh?
Orders for what?
Whatever you need. I make knives and shovels and hooks for your meat, pot hooks when you're boiling pot, or boiling water, rather. Horseshoes. And this is the Sturgis blacksmith shop, where I forge my fire for my nails. Just glad I can be of service to the colony. That doesn't seem like it's all that.
Look at these cannons.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the house. Pizza? Anybody want some pizza? Welcome to the homestead, everybody.
Mama and Dad house.
Wow.
That's how they lived. I like it. I could live like this right now. Oh, here's your one bedroom. Let me show y'all.
Yeah.
Go up the ladder. And then there's your bedroom. I could so sleep like this. And by the way, this is not the original ladder. I can tell it's a new one.
That must be what's on the inside of the walls.
This is where you had your piglets. This is where you kept your horses.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I would keep my horse.
This is right up nail in the foot's aisle, right?
So I would imagine, it's what's tricky about places like this. I mean, the real ruins was just that building, and the stuff you're seeing, of course, is manufactured. But it gives you a great example. It gives you a great example of just the way of life, how it was not too long ago, people. Do not forget where you came from and where you can return back to. But this was how people lived. This amazes me. The amount of work. It took 6 years to build out that Tybee house among 2 wars. So imagine that. What were they living in as they built it? The boat they came in on, anchored on the shore, a lean-to. You had to chop it down. Then you had to get a fence in for any livestock. But this is probably going to be a future, I would imagine, this is going to be a future colonial houses for like the Marines and workers that they had. They talk about that on the map. This is probably going to be a good example of that. Either that or interesting garden space. It could be a garden space, believe it or not. Who knows? They did raise garden beds, keep the deer out, all the farmers. But all right, we're gonna catch up with Corey. She ran to the museum / store / bathroom, and then we haven't decided what beach we're gonna go to today on our last day of beach hopping. at Tybee Island. After the Wormsloe, another historical site. This was the first public building, one of the first public buildings in Georgia. And it's pretty. Cool to look at. Been here a couple times, but overcast day. Now we're gonna try to get some fried fish food. Or I am.
You should probably have a burger.
A burger. Some beach tiki bar food. Cheers, Tybee Island. COVID code enforcement. Those are the enforcement officers. But we don't. So
We don't.
we are chilling and relaxing
Yes.
and watching some kiting. It's a nice overcast day. Families are out here at Tybee. We did a little photo shoot. Our new single take function on my phone we learned.
Yes. It's a cool little app,
Yeah.
I guess.
It takes like 10 pictures of the same picture, just different ways. It's an easy way to get professional looking pictures.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. Watching oil ship exports. Good to see those coming in and out of the shoreline. Get us our lumber at cheaper prices.
Did you say oil?
No, our lumber.
I know, but before that you said oil.
No, I said get us ours. I don't know.
You said oil ships.
Export oil? Yeah. Exporting oil. It's good.
Right. So I just didn't know the connection between oil and lumber.
All the above. Import, export.
Gotcha.
Exporting oil, importing lumber at cheaper prices. A piece of lumber is $37 right now for your standard sheet. Less than a year ago it was $15. It's a little history lesson for you. Just think about that.
It'd be really expensive to build a house right now.
Yeah. Expensive to do a lot of stuff right now. All right. Enjoy the views. Crocodile. About an hour?
I told you it wasn't going to be an hour.
We're at the Crab Shack, and they told us an hour and 15 minutes wait, and it was 35 minutes. And then when we got sat, they said it would be an hour-long wait, and it was 25 minutes. So I don't understand why.
I guess they're just covering all their bases.
Covering their bases.
They're not lying to people.
They're trying to get people to go away so they don't have to work. I don't know, but look at this, y'all. What do we get here? Snow crab, taters, corn, shrimp. It's gonna be yummy. just ate a lot of food. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We've had a fun day exploring Tybee and all the other activities.
Yep.
But, as always,
Raining on our last day. It pretty much does. I feel like any vacation we go on, it always rains on the last day that we're
I don't mind it. I like the rain. I'm that guy that just walks in the rain slowly while everyone else is scurrying. It's okay to get a wash here and there. We're gonna head back to camp, start cleaning up the camper, head back to the home front.
in the morning.
In the morning.
Gonna go pick up my dresser.
Yeah, we're picking up. Yeah, actually, pause. This won't be the sign off on this video. We'll catch you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's exit time.
Yep, it's time to head back.
We left you last night with a surprise sign off type thing. So we actually, you know, a lot of people come to beach towns, they buy souvenir sea shells or picture frames or keychains. Corey buys antique dressers and makes me figure out how to get them back home. And I get to buy wooden carved mushrooms. This is from Sue Wiley. She's a well-known artist. She's passed, but she was in the Isles of Hope area. And so we were at an antique store by Castaways and Sandfly and picked up this piece. It's gonna be our dresser, Corey's dresser. I might have to do a little bit of touch-up work, but
Yeah, stand it down, restain it.
yeah, it's a pretty piece. We'll show it to you in one of the homestead videos. So
I said it's really cool. I like it a lot.
yeah.
And I'm just excited to get my clothes in a dresser and out of baskets that are in the bottom of our closet.
Yeah, 2.5 years.
Living out of baskets.
But all the memories made, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So worth it. Just one of the things I'm eager to leave behind for a little bit.
Have baskets in the camper, right? But Red Gate Inn, beautiful place. Come stay here.
Yes.
As always, give us a thumbs up. Hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help out. And as always, join the road.
See you later.
See ya.